Hey there, I am back with the Regiments of Renown mod correction, and today we look at the Dark Elves. This has been a series of videos based on these different mods, and what I thought I've mentioned here is a compilation of all these various Regiments of Renown to save downloading each one. Also, some other modders have created an SFO and a Boys Will Be Boys version, so you can use these new units with these particular overhauls. So let's get back to the Dark Elves. And this has been created by Decomposed and Whysofurious. So let's go to Nagaland and have a closer look at these units. This unit is the Guardians of the Upper Chambers of Garond. These chambers are only for a select number, and seldom do these elves ever leave. Guarding these chambers are the voiceless ones. As the name suggests, they don't speak, but unlike the High Elves Phoenix Guard, who are sworn never to speak, the Dark Elves go, nah, why take a risk? And cut out the tongues of the voiceless ones instead. Gotta make sure of these things. With an anti-arch bonus of 14 and a charge against your arch foes, these are decent tier spear infantry, but with very high defense and strong leadership. A great anchor to that front line, with their silver shields that are easiest to get by. But their all armour means if they do get hit, they do get hit hard. At only 600 points, 150 above Dread Spears, they are a sound investment and can be used on the flank or in the centre, or just a cheap option to guard the heroes. A very handy and useful unit. The Dark Elves are not known as survivors. They attack fast and hard, but tend to leave a lot of their corpses on the ground. So your tier units don't really make a name for themselves. Step forward for Soul Skulls, which are legendary for a strange reason. Marketh's defeats were obviously never his fault, so he had to blame somebody, and of course it was his troops. And he would hunt them down and, well, do what Dark Elves do. However, the Soul Skulls regiments had honourable commanders in their ranks, and in a very un-Dark Elf fashion, took the blame for the regiment, and well, you can guess what happened to that particular commander. But the regiment kept on going, and with Dreadlords happy to take command, looking for their wealth and glory. As a unit, these Break Swords are quite effective at 780 points, with decent armour and silver shield, giving them 44 defence. However, it's their ability to sunder armour which is very handy, making them perfect for teaming up with some executioners or witch elves, to really finish off enemy units quickly. The unit themselves provide a decent attacking damage, but low AP, so maybe not against the high armoured units, but they will hang around as a strong defence allows them. The Ossian Guard revere Virtutes Dreadbringer as the actual prophet of Cain, and worship him so much that they even follow him against all orders, even from Hellborn herself. A truly dedicated bunch to risk her wrath. Unusually for Dark Elves, they don't have to kill quickly, but maim the opponent, so they have more saves to sacrifice to Cain at the end of the battle. Even their own wounded weren't safe, as they will be sacrificed as well. As you might expect, this unit is high tier executioners, with great melee and defence, but are expensive at 200 more points than your standard unit. They do have upgrades to the mentioned melee and defence, and nice damage output as well, with 14 anti-infantry, and a very nice 25 AP damage, making them very handy on a charge. With high armour and leadership, you can feel safe they can get into the combat and take a good hit. Also, they maim the unit they are hitting, adding a very scary debuff to that particular unit, making them great at going after a problem unit and can help attack a Lord or hero if they get another character with them. The Rhyme Shards are a particularly interesting unit. Unlike most Dark Elves, they have not been drawn into killing quickly and getting straight into the close combats. They decided to use the maximum range of their crossbows and pick off their enemies from range. They have marched together with Marathi as he attempted to take Orothon, and also managed to survive this failed attempt by just keeping out of harm's way and picking off the units. With no shields and 200 more points than your standard unshielded unit, there is a small increase in combat stats, but not much, but there is 8 points on defense. The range attacks are made magical, and applying that useful frostbite, slowing the enemy down, so excellent to stop the advance of a hard-hitting unit, such as a Hydra, allowing you to weaken them a bit, or to give yourself a few more seconds to send some cover to help deal with a threat. Marathi's influence over Dark Elves were especially noticed on the Dark Riders of the Northern Wastes. Raven Spears were one of 5 patrolling the Naggaroth watchtowers. They were used as messengers to Naggarand or to seek out dangers advancing on the Dark Elf Yans. Matthew though wanted them to be on their own garrison. Swift units and dangerous, they were excellent messengers for Marcus' army, but Matthew wanted them for herself, and she took them back to her fort and used them to garrison it. This excellent unit of Cav brings fast charges, solid defence and good anti-infantry bonus of 15, allowing some excellent charges around the battlefield. At only 150 more than a standard unit, they are well worth the extra money, with high melee attack and defence, causing them to be a real menace to the enemy. A must take from a lot of armies. It's just a shame you can only take one of them, and they're great for running down those archers, and they can easily rack up the kills to over 100. The Knights of the Burning Dark were Maus's Dark Braid household knights, but a name only, as they did not serve him out of any loyalty or tradition, but mainly because they paid him very well. Veterans of battles, they were not of noble birth, unlike other Cold One Knights, and are a particularly useful Cav force which Dark Braid paid handsomely for, and they have never regretted paying for this particular unit. With Dark Braid, they would charge the Eagle Gate and were only pushed back by some gate reinforcements from the High Elves. A hard hitting unit, but still with that annoying Primal Instincts rule. With high armour piercing at 34, these really hit hard, and at 1200 cost, they can easily make their money back with some very high values over your standard 1000 cost unit. With increases in nearly all combat stats, they can really put the hurt down, and they also have Vanguard, making them even more useful, and providing that extra bit of bite to your own particular Vanguard units. Thanks for taking the time and watching this video. If you fancy seeing any of the other videos in this video section, I'll put on a link to the playlist on the screen now. And I hope to see you in my next video.